Alright, what's up everybody? I'm Bangkokhooker and welcome to Game Over Lounge. Today I'm with Tewinski and Pontus, and joining us today is Mellaya, and everyone has jumped out of a plane before me. So I'm gonna somehow survive this.
I screwed up.
Because you were too busy talking about plump Australian girls, that's why.
You distracted me with Pontus. You said the name. You said Georgie. I'm like, hey, that makes me think of something. I had to go with it. Anyway, the first topic of conversation is, what do y'all think about the whole PewDiePie controversy? Is he wrong for saying the N-word? Did the apology video really suffice? Was it everything it needed to be? What are your thoughts, folks? And I'm landing in the jungle, of course, because there's nothing here. You know, I find, because considering this, right? When people play games, everyone's anonymous. You don't really see their face, right? You're just a bunch of bodiless people. Oh, hey, what's up? I got a car. Hey, dude. You know, so, and there's all these people that are.
As he said in his apology video, he said, you know, I'm really sorry. I bought into the gaming kind of thing where people just don't give a shit because you can't see anyone and you don't know anyone, and you know,
well,
like
that's
he kind of
the beauty of gaming, right?
But he said, I don't agree with that, and you can disagree with that. Like,
no, I think it's like what he says makes sense. The fact that everyone does do this when they're playing games, which is really bad, of course, but it's not an excuse for him because he is a public figure and the biggest public figure on Earth in terms of gaming. So he should know that, like by a standard. If he wasn't PewDiePie and didn't have 60 million, and someone would say the N-word, no one would give a shit. But the fact that he has 60 million, kind of like he has to think about saying certain words. He has to be a little bit drawn back on political views and everything, because that's just what you have to do if you have a big following.
If you're fucking PewDiePie.
Yeah, exactly. If you're fucking PewDiePie. But yeah, no. So I think that what he's just using it as an excuse. It's true. Everyone does buy into it and curse and say bad words, but that doesn't warrant him to do it with the amount of following he has.
My thoughts on this is that, you know, the reason why the word is wrong in the beginning is because of the historical context. But you gotta understand, historical context also happens because people have been reacting differently to skin color for ages. There's always people that always take advantage of the fact that someone is a different color or shape and shade, and then, you know, they would abuse it. So that's, in a way, there's a beauty to being anonymous on the internet, is that things like race, culture, nation gets thrown, and gender gets thrown out the window, unless of course.
Oh, fuck off! Gender gets thrown out the window.
Of course.
You cannot say that.
So long as you're anonymous. So don't have a webcam and don't use TeamSpeak or use a really deep voice. And then you get treated like everyone else. You know, everyone is a noob on the internet until proven otherwise. Right? So I mean, there's a beauty to that. And there's a beauty of like playing games and just being able to call each other whatever you want, but then of course there's the real world. Exactly, when you're PewDiePie, exactly, in the real world where what you say has repercussions. I mean, it's a really dangerous game. Being a public figure is a dangerous thing. Like, you know, you constantly have to worry about the things you have to say, all the time. And you know, is he wrong? Yeah, it definitely is wrong. He's a public figure, and he should. But at the same time,
it doesn't even matter if he's a public figure. Like he in general, like if the, you know, the people that are really low, they've got no, you know, they're streamers, say they've got like 2 viewers, and you know, they say whatever the fuck they want, and that's fine, and no one cares. That feeds up, like it's a trickle up effect. You know, it's not fine. That's what I'm saying. Like, why should it be a standard for them and then not a standard for PewDiePie? Like, if other people don't have a standard but PewDiePie does, like, shouldn't that be for everyone? Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. It's because he's a public figure. It's his responsibility to set an example. But what I want to get at is, yes, PewDiePie is wrong, but society is wrong too. The fact that we live in a world where there are like words you can or cannot say, that there's such a thing as censorship, that children have to like worry about not saying certain words because it would make them a certain way. I mean, that's just the problem of the world that we live in general.
Oh, okay, I totally misjudged what you were saying there. So you think that you should be able to say anything that you like, no matter what?
I think the world is just too fucking pent up, and there's always, because that's the thing, right? If like words like the N-word or any racial slur, they trigger people, and the thing is, when you trigger people, you get powerful groups that come out and try to take advantage of this kind of shit. It happens all the time. You know, you always have some sort of someone who like wants to take advantage of a political situation anytime it comes out. Like the moment that PewDiePie drops the N-word, everyone's just gonna jump on him because he just easily turned himself into a very easy target. because he has 60 million followers, it makes it so that if you attack PewDiePie, at least 60 million people would have to think about what you said, right? And that's the beauty of attacking a public figure, is that of all the attention you get from it.
Create conversation between 60 million people, not just PewDiePie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think we gotta admit though that PewDiePie is being targeted. Like people are afraid of this esport world. They're afraid of gaming. It's bigger than music and movie industry combined right now. And every chance they get, they hack down on him. If you guys remember that Nazi bullshit about PewDiePie, that was just garbage.
Yeah.
They said he was a Nazi because he made a joke in a video like everyone else. But because he's a gamer, they just attacked him. Like, this N-word thing is obviously a whole other story. But it still goes back to the fact that because he is who he is, people are just attacking him. Because he is a gamer and because this world is unknown to them. And because PewDiePie makes over 20 million US a year, all these journalists and all the people just want to find a way to clank down on gamers.
Of course, people just want to cut you down because you make too much money.
You make a video right now about PewDiePie, saying the N-word, and you make a video about it now. You're gonna get at least 1,000 views, no matter what.
Exactly.
Like it's
exactly,
just
and everyone's gonna jump on it.
Monetization. Yeah.
Exactly, it's the it topic right now. It topics are always in, so hot right now.
So ultimately, Oz, I do agree with you that we shouldn't live in a world where you can't say this and you can't say that, but at the same time, you gotta think of it like this is how it is now. There's nothing we can do to change it. Like people think some certain words are bad, and that's.
I mean, okay, let's just look at the more important question. What did PewDiePie suffer at all?
No, of course not.
Yeah.
Exactly. In fact, the controversy gave him even more attention.
I mean, he probably
maybe he should just make it a weekly thing now. Like, all right, what controversial shit should I do this week? Oh, I said the N-word last week. Let's make fun of Chinese people.
Well, he did wear the full KKK costume on Twitch as well prior to saying the N-word. So it's kind of a building.
Hey, Mellaya, you just left me.
Oh, Sammy, I'm sorry.
Okay, so do you guys ultimately think this is a problem? Do you think that what he said will have any impact on kids whatsoever? Do anything besides making money for the journalists?
No, because of the way that he said it. If he had said it and then just laughed about it, yeah, sure. And been like, and said it really, like he didn't just do the A, like he went full live, like he was like the full, ER kind of, but I think that was more the accent than anything. But
wait, hold on. What do you mean? I didn't see it, by the way. So you're saying
like NIGGA, like instead of NIGGER, like he did the ER, like that's full on. That's like not even like homie style. It's like that's
homie style.
Live. That's live. He was like,
I love how like just 2 letters differentiate so much.
Yeah.
Like, no, I meant it in like a homie sense, not like a slave owner sense.
I think the instant regret that he then had afterwards, like you can see it on his face, he's just like, oh shit, like he's like, oh.
It's a PR
and then he
disaster.
apologized. He's like, sorry. And in his apology video, he's like, I just thought of the worst thing that I could possibly say.
I love things that are too far, like long distance relationships. Not just kidding, long distance relationships suck. Totally sucks. Anyone ever tried? Don't. It like makes you like really, really hate each other. No, not really. It's more like you don't love each other no more. And they're like, oh man, why do I gotta still be with you?
Okay, so overall, it seems like the topic is it did no harm whatsoever, but it was very bad because he is who he is and he has that amount of following, and he shouldn't say it because of that, period, because he has a lot of kids watching him. But other than that, it doesn't seem like.
Whoa! Fonta's driving skill maximum fail. Whoa! Why rolling so hard? It's okay. It's okay.
Oh,
it's okay.
I'm dying.
It's okay.
Why am I dying?
Yeah. Why did my health go down?
But overall, no one thinks it's gonna make an impact or do anything at all.
Do a barrel roll.
It was just a mistake. Yep. Am I getting that right?
Getting out. Oh shit! Someone's shooting at us.
Yeah. Suppressed. M16.
Talking about the PewDiePie thing, I actually watched a reaction video from a famous YouTuber.
Oh, dude, I want to talk about.
Who's black and his dad.
Was he black?
Yeah, like it was his dad. Like his dad reacts to PewDiePie saying the N-word, and he was like, oh, but he like insta regretted it. Like he was kind of like, that's okay. Like he insta regretted it, And coming from a generation that's sort of in their 40s to 50s, like. They'd have more in touch with
that's just like the selective media. Like they always Like, you know, it's like they clip the part where the bad shit happens, but they don't include the apology or the reaction when he knows he fucked up, you know?
Of course,
Because
the media's job isn't to
PewDiePie.
report news. The media's job is to sell news. If they don't sell news, no one watches it, no one buys advertising for the airtime. That's how it works.
No, but it's
So
like
controversy sells.
Wall Street Journal is a really you gotta read it up, by the way. It's a really respected newspaper, and they just go out on a Nazi hunt for PewDiePie, like the old one. It's
How many times have you read Wall Street Journal?
No, it's obviously not a European newspaper, but it's a
like
respected
you,
one
like
in America.
how many times have you anyone in this stream right now? How many times have you read Wall Street Journal?
And that's my point. Like
It's a dying media.
after Wall Street Journal made that Nazi article, everyone knows about Wall Street Journal. I mean, I never read Wall Street Journal my whole life until I read their bullshit article on PewDiePie.
Controversy sells, baby.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's just ridiculous.
So I'm confused. Are we arguing about PewDiePie saying that word,
No,
or are we arguing about
the
reaction to
whole
it?
question about the topic was, is the N-word okay to say, and does the problem lie in the word itself, the community, or the general perspective of non-gamers?
Honestly, I think people shouldn't say that. I mean, I think no one should say it. I mean, if it has such a hurtful connotation to so many people, then don't say it. But at the same time, we shouldn't live in a world where when someone says it, there needs to be that much drama. Like, you know, people need to be more like the dude from The Big Lebowski and just respond to shitty things in life with the simple motto, whatever, that's like your opinion, man. And that's the truth. Like, everyone's just full of opinions. Opinions are like assholes. Right? That's what my professor once told me. Opinions are like assholes. Everyone's got one, and it's full of shit. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like, everyone. And you know what? I think it's due time that gamers had a new word to say when they're pissed off. You know, maybe something more PG, but it's all about the content. It's all about your tone, right? Like, I could say, Mellaya, you are a fucking cucumber, and you were like, wait, why do you call me cucumber? But the tone, though, the tone was intense, you know? Then you would assume that it's something bad, and you'll think about it all night.
Why? New ones. It's like, you know, when someone gets angry and they go, bye, Felicia. I didn't even know what the fuck that was. And then it was like, what is this Felicia business? And then everyone's like, oh, that means... I was like, oh, okay. Bye, Felicia.
Wait, what does bye, Felicia mean? I'm curious now.
It's like bye, Felicia. It's also like kind of a racial stereotype where, like...
But I mean, at the end of the day, everything does ultimately solve itself. I mean, just look at 10 years ago, right? 10 years ago, the gay comments started coming up in YouTube. Oh man, that's gay. But that was considered like a massive insult. If you're listening to a YouTube song, or like a song in general on YouTube, if you didn't like the song, you would say, man, that's gay. And actually, I'm not a huge fan of Macklemore, but he made a great song about it. The one where he says, man, that's gay, this gets dropped on the daily.
Dropped on the daily.
Exactly. And 10 years ago...
Yeah.
Sorry,
No,
10 years ago, it was like a huge fucking bad thing to say gay. Now, no one gives a shit because, you know, homosexuality is accepted pretty much almost everywhere in the world, not everywhere.
Yeah, but like,
and the word doesn't have any meaning anymore.
The word's been around for 200 years and it still hasn't been accepted. Gay's been around for like 50.
Really?
People only started becoming gay 50 years ago? My God!
Gay used to mean happy or fun, or you're such a gay person means you're a fun person.
Yeah,
Then
and have a gay old time.
Homosexual, and then 50 years. So like the history of the word is really not as long as the N-word. Like it really isn't.
No, that's true. I mean, there's a lot more bad stuff behind the N-word than there is behind the word gay. But I still don't think that. I don't know. For me personally, like, in regards to insults in games, I've never really understood it more on a like. I've been playing since like I was a kid, and in the beginning I got affected as well. You know, like you had someone call you your shit or your that and your that. And, you know, oh my, who the hell?
I may have accidentally thrown a grenade. Sorry.
You may have accidentally dealt.
I was wondering where that came from.
I may have accidentally thrown a grenade. Sorry, Swantus. Didn't mean to interrupt you with the bomb, but I may have thrown a grenade. I saw you running towards it. I was like, wait, is he gonna run away? Should I tell him? He is talking. I didn't want to interrupt you. Luckily, he did not get killed.
Contact on our northeast with Yalta. There's a whole team dropped on Yalta power plant.
Okay.
I got me and you.
Fucking nuts.
I'm so sorry. Didn't mean to throw a grenade, guys. I'm just like, hey, I want to mention the button of the first grenade. Is it this one? Oop,
Hey, there's an SKS down here.
Yeah, I just dropped it. I picked up a car instead.
I have a car and 8 times.
Anyway, I mean, insults in games have existed since the dawn of time, and I more so think we're never going to be able to change that with the current generation, but I do think we should be able to change it for the future generation, because now that esports is in fact a sport and it's getting professional, people are getting sponsors, and big sponsors at that. I mean, Jack and Jones just sponsored Astralis like last week. That's a brand where you cannot say anything or do anything because they're a big player. So I think more so we want to put, like, all these big influencers and big people, they need to show the new generations how to behave in the future. Because I don't think we can change my generation. I don't think I can change Oz's or Tew's generation either. Because everyone's been having these insults thrown at them since they were kids. I think it's impossible to ever get that culture out of the way. But I do think it's not too late to change the new generation's culture. Like, all the kids right now...
we're so desensitized by it as well that we don't care. Like,
exactly.
We're just like,
we just throw it out. Like, no one actually cares.
Yeah.
I'm going to these houses right here. Yellow marker.
Calling someone a pussy little toe rag is probably a bit more offensive than calling someone their own word these days.
Right? You got to be a creative with your insults
toe rag! Like, you know.
Yeah. Or, you know, it's all about, like I said earlier, it's all about your tone, right? I mean, you could call anyone anything and it will sound offensive.
Yeah.
Right? Just try it out. Call Pontus
I called someone a scummy little
Swedish
grot
lock.
the other day. That was
A
pretty
what?
good too. A
You
scummy
called a
little
what?
grot.
Ooh, grot.
Scummy little grot. That was
What
very
exactly
good.
is a grot? Can you elaborate?
It's like Australians are really good at offending people. Like, to be honest. They're
Oh
just
yeah,
really good at it.
I lived in Australia for like 4 years, and boy, did I have some very interesting people ask me if I knew kung fu.
That's not just Australia, dude.
No, like, oh mate, you're from Asia. That's kind of great. Could you like do kung fu and shit? Like, what do you mean, like, you know, Jackie Chan kind of shit, mate? Like, no, I can't do Jackie Chan kind of shit. But if you,
basically the two ways.
can you do kung fu,
Do you guys
Mellaya?
push up on the answer, or
Why slap so hurt?
Huh?
You're like lost health. What did you do?
I don't know. Someone threw a grenade at me. He was probably
Oh
racist.
shit, that actually hit you?
He saw this Swedish blonde and he was like, fuck that guy, and then he just threw a grenade at him.
Hey, we have no race in the game, okay? It's all avatars. Or, in my case, I'm an avatar.
Actually, you know, my character in-game is black. Did you throw that grenade because of the PewDiePie controversy?
It's a hate crime. That's what they call it now. You know, what happened to just killing someone indiscriminately? Like, seriously, if I just want to go out and murder someone, they happen to be the wrong race, suddenly it's a hate crime. Seriously, man. Sometimes you just want to murder someone without being pinned a racist. I was like, no, I'm just a murderer. I'm just a psychopath that likes killing people. Don't call me a racist. It's horrible.
wow,
Wait, I mean that's the world we live in. Like, no, don't call me a racist.
Don't
I'm
call
just
me
a
racist.
murderer.
I'm just a murderer. Yeah.
I'm just here to kill people.
Pontus, I have eight times for you.
Oh, that was
the great
lovely.
one. Like, I'm just here to rape people. I'm not.
Right here, marking it, yellow marker.
Gotcha.
Harry Potter Tower.
Gotcha.
Sorry, what were you saying? Mellaya?
Oh, like, I'm just here to rape people. I'm not a racist. I just want to rape people.
Hey, rape isn't funny unless it's with a clown.
Unless you're
Unless it's with
Borat.
a clown.
What?
You know, because it's a T-shirt I saw once on t-shirthell.com. It's like a picture of a really scared clown, and it says, "Rape is not funny unless it's with a clown," and there's like the clown just looks really scared.
That's kind of weird, but alright.
I mean, it is T-shirt hell. You're not expecting the greatest, you know, moral lesson from that website by any means.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean the name.
They used to have some
give it away.
really fun. I mean, that's the thing. They're equally hateful and racist to every race. Are you still racist if you hate everyone? Right? Robin Williams once said very famously, like, "I'm not a racist. I hate everyone equally. Fuck all you."
That wasn't Robin Williams.
Yeah, he
No
totally
way.
said that was Robin
Fuck
Williams.
off. That wasn't Robin Williams.
What? You think Robin Williams is incapable of dark thoughts? He just killed himself.
No, I'm just saying. I just don't think that that's something. I think a lot of people have said that. Like,
He said that. He was the first to say that. That was back in his stand-up days. Robin Williams actually said, "I'm not racist. I hate everyone equally." You know, I thought that was a wonderful quote. I was like, yeah, it's
I'll take
wonderful.
your word for it.
Okay, so
strange
before I
man.
continue, I just want to ask like one like killer question on that last PewDiePie topic. So, Do you guys think anything needs to be done to educate the new generation, or do you think you should just leave it and let them do what they want? Or what do you think should be done in regards to like future generations? And do you think like me that you know, like the old people are simply just you can't teach them anymore? It's too late. No, I mean like our generations can't really be taught not to insult people because we don't care. It's just for fun, you know, like calling someone a potato or an asswipe or something. It's just something we throw out for fun.
Actually, potato is a slang for mentally handicapped people. See, like that's the thing. Like any word nowadays would somehow eventually have a connotation to someone because that's just the world we live in.
Dude, I had, you know, one of the funniest memes on Twitch and in gaming is calling someone a potato aimer. Does that have something to do with that?
Yes, it's like a potato
aimer. Like a lot of streamers have this emote in their chat, which is like a potato shaped after the streamer's face. So whenever someone misses like 10 shots, they spam this emote that you're a potato aimer.
Pretty much.
I had no idea the background of a potato was something.
But it means that you suck.
Oh. Yeah, you suck so much that you may have a few chromosomes that are not correct in your DNA. That's what they're trying to say.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, so anyway, so I personally think that.
Hey, don't leave without me, Zlapped.
Oh yeah. I think the only thing we need to do is educate the current professional players, the influencers, to just stop cursing and being professional like real sport players. That's what I think needs to be done. Like all the influencers need to be taught how to behave on public, on their social medias. Because like tweets, even tweets can be hurtful. Donald Trump. But yeah, so what do you
guys
Mellaya.
Look, if you're doing something
what do you got?
professionally,
Mellaya.
You're a professional at something and that's what you do every day and that's your job and you take that as your job.
Motorbike!
Every day, okay? I don't swear at work because I'm not allowed to because that's my job and I'm professional and I try and maintain
Mellaya.
Oh, sorry, you continue. Where's my 8x?
You should, I fucking
told you. I went to the yellow marker, there was no 8x. I literally went for the whole house.
I have an 8x.
The Harry Potter
Bangkok, you stole it!
He took it!
Wait, what do you mean I stole it? It was sitting right there. You want it?
Yes, please.
Yeah, that's because I told him that it's there.
Oh! Okay. I was like, sweet 8x. I was like,
Mellaya, you should probably take that M16, no?
I dropped 95mm.
Does anyone want?
We gotta move, guys. We gotta move.
Mellaya.
Yeah, I see it.
No, I was enjoying this house and its peacefulness.
Let's go.
I'm trying. Hang on, coming out of the balcony for you. I can be your hero, baby.
That's awesome.
I'm trying to get out of this balcony. Hey. Whoa. Oh.
What?
Oh. What? Bye.
Us, come here. What the fuck?
I have no car.
Fucking Pontus.
I like bikes.
You can ride bitch. So
basically, guys, we're going to talk about a few topics every time we do the show. Today's is community behavior, and at the end of the show, you guys will get to ask, give your inputs and opinions, and then we'll answer them and give our opinions.
Going towards a red marker, by the way, guys. Better shoot your way in there, though.
Oh wow.
Oh no. Well played, boys.
I think it was
no cover.
I think it was 4, man. I think it was 2 versus 4.
Well, that was fun time, so I got to get out. Thank you all for watching. My name is Bangkokhooker, professional fisherman, YouTuber, and now Twitcher.
Yep. See you guys again on Tuesday.
You guys on Tuesday. Tuesday.
Same time. Later, guys.
Later.
Next Tuesday.
Nightmares creep while you and me repeat. This bittersweet heat is suffocating. I'm waiting and always hesitating. Kryptonite desires set my heart afire.